Tell about our relationship with Arl Howe.
The history between the Coastlands and the Howes reaches back to the Orlesian occupation.
Go on.
During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near Highever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the Turnier's center. Its Arl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over.
Our old friends.
The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Logain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Cailan, to fight the Darkspawn.
And then a lesson, I think.
Thank you for indulging an old man.
Oh, does that mean we have to listen to you now?
Yeah, listen to him.
Silence.
I'm tired of it.
I will not have you two
Someone
becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. But perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself for all the good I'm doing. Myself all this one.
Good evening, my lady.
Good evening. Badass, but go check out Nan again. I think she has a story for me. Let's check it out.
Thank you again for your help. Now, if you'll just hold on a moment. Yes? Adney, get moving with those casts. And Kath, do you think you can serve that to the turn with dirt from the floor all over it?
Miserable old bat.
Old bat, am I? We've got to work double time on supper, sweep out the hearths, and no complaining.
Busy day?
Just keeping order. That's why your father keeps me on. The good maker knows I needn't take care of you anymore. Thank you for coming to your old nanny's rescue. That blasted hound is more trouble than he's worth. He is. Don't start with me. You've gotten all you're getting today. But what about you, my lady? Been keeping safe and well behaved, I hope?
Of course.
Good. I'm not exactly privy to your goings-on now that you're grown. Just an old nanny, never invited to your father's fancy meetings. Do you remember that bedtime tale I used to tell you, The Dog That Bit?
Yeah, I remember it.
Good. Then you can start. A warhound was born to the elder bitch of a tribal chief. They named him Hahaku and gave him everything. He grew up a fine, strong pup, destined to be the partner of the chief's eldest son.
Dog found. And Hayaku grew prideful.
The young hound became arrogant, taking food from his kin and warning them, in the way of dogs, that the chief's family would punish them if they tried to attack him. Years passed, and the time for the chief's son to take a warhound came closer. Hahaku's pride swelled, and many of the people of the tribe came to the chief, quietly whispering of this dog's bullying. With each complaint, the chief saw only Hahaku's strength and pride, and sent his people away. But as his son grew, the chief watched more closely. The day might come when his boy's life would depend on this dog. If the humblest of his people would not trust Hahaku, how could he?
So he made a weaker dog his son's partner.
There are many kinds of weakness. You'd do well to remember that. When the day came, Hahaku sat proudly waiting to be called, but the old chief chose Hahaku's brother as his son's hound. Hahaku was shamed, but felt no remorse. So great was his rage that he darted across the fire pit and bit the chief's hand.
That was a mistake.
The chief and his son struck at Hahaku, cursing him. The hound ran into the village, seeking shelter in the tents and kennels. The other dogs snapped at him, and the tribe's people threw stones at him. Before the chief could reach him, the tribe had torn Hahaku apart. Now, what should you carry from this tale?
Don't abuse your power. No one is above justice.
Precisely. The tribe and their dogs granted the chief and his dogs their authority. When they saw that Hahaku was unworthy, they turned on him. But you're far too old now for an old woman to be reminding you to watch how you behave, hmm?
Why did you tell me that story? Thank you. Nah.
It's a story worth repeating. That's all.
Okay, that's the
Be
reason.
off with you then. Tell your brother farewell before he rides off to war.
Oh, if everyone's wondering why,
Good evening, my
joked
lady.
about Mortal being a dog. Just on a video I saw today, he just during my thing, he just kept saying dog for everything.
From Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my lovely daughter. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
Yep. Yes, Mother Nan is back to work as we speak.
You've always had a way with her. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Weren't you drunk?
I'm so proud of my pup's mastery of tact and diplomacy.
Well, it was a lovely salon, from what little I remember.
Which wouldn't be much, considering we had to pour you into the carriage afterwards.
You remember my son, Dyron. He's not married yet either.
Don't listen to her. It's good to see you again, milady. You're looking as beautiful as ever.
Thank you.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something,
Oh, she's an
dear.
elf?
It is a great pleasure, my lady. You are as pretty as your mother describes.
You would think that it would make it easier to make a match for her, not more difficult.
Perhaps your daughter simply has a mind of her own, your ladyship. You should be proud.
Proud doesn't get me any more grandchildren.
I can handle my affairs, thank you, Mother.
All evidence to the contrary.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your ladyship.
Talk to her.
You should say goodbye
Mom.
to Fergus while you have the chance.
Okay, Mom. Do you know why the Grey Warden's here? But there's a Grey Warden here?
Yes, your father mentioned that. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited.
Hell no, why would I want to do that? Definitely not.
Keep it that way. You've enough to do here at the castle without chasing Darkspawn.
Do you know where Fergus might be? She's staying at the
For a
castle?
few days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority.
I don't think he should go.
Don't worry, my dear. It won't be long.
Yeah, I should go.
I love you, my darling girl.
Mass Effect drinking game
know
all
that,
over
don't
again.
you?
I love you too.
Go do what you must then. I will see you soon.
Should I go check out the library again? Why not? This is a pretty castle. Hey, dude.
Hello again. Your castle study is wonderful. Might I ask whose collection this is?
It was my grandfather, but I come here often to read.
So would I. Do you have a favorite book? Good choice. Timius's theory on the
Yeah,
nature of
he's
dragons
geeky.
and how they connect to Darkspawn is quite intriguing.
Let's talk about me. I love that topic.
I don't actually know you that well, milady. You're beautiful, capable, but beyond that, a bit of a mystery to me.
I'm not that mysterious.
I don't know about here, but outside your castle, people discuss your family a great deal. Some say your father should have been king instead of Cailan. But it is just talk, I think, born of affection for your father.
I get to get
I'd like that. What did you have in mind?
Why don't we go somewhere?
Gladly. But your mother is expecting me for dinner shortly, as is mine. Perhaps another time?
I should go.
Of course, milady. I am sure you have much to do yet.
Guess I lollygagged enough of these people. So, who's in here? Nobody's in here. Okay. I love being a rogue. What's in here?
Going to be a war, Papa. Will you bring me back a sword?
Cute kid.
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain.
Sister-in-law.
Disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little sister to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
You